CJ Stroud was back throwing the football. A couple of wide receivers had huge days. The defense shined, the offense shined. What more could you ask for from Minicamp? The big observations brought to you by my friends at Platinum AC and Heating. Dwayne is the best in the business when it comes to air conditioning. He did my full air conditioner replacement. He can help you with any of your HVAC needs. Give him a call today. Platinum AC and Heating is the way to go. CJ Stroud returns to throwing, and all of you people who were worried seem silly. Well, I was one of the worried people too. I was worried, and I said this multiple times. It was a big deal that Stroud wasn't throwing until it's not a big deal, and Stroud back out there throwing. So no summer of shoulder speculation with Stroud back out there throwing. And he said he had to knock off a little bit of rust, but ultimately he looked pretty darn good. Had a couple of really nice throws in the practice. Good zip, good accuracy. And as Stroud noted, the rehab plan that they had for him allowed him to be himself out there.
Grateful for how they approach the process. I wanted to approach it that way as well. I didn't want to force anything, but also they were listening and trying their best to, accommodate me and what I needed. Our training staff did amazing. I've been working with them every day, sun up, sun down. So just trying to fight to get back to practice. I've been, feeling to come back, but, in due time. And now, I see, I'm able to throw it how I want, wherever I can, and have some accuracy also. So, I'm very grateful that they approach it that way, but, I'm happy to be back.
And look, I was worried that Stroud wasn't throwing, and if he hadn't thrown at all in the offseason open portion, I'd have been worried headed into training camp until he ultimately got on the field. So it's good that he got on the field, knocked the worry away for me. I'm less worried. He didn't exactly reveal why there was soreness. He hinted that a busy offseason program maybe had it pop up. Of course, when you talk about CJ Stroud and you talk about shoulder, there's a history there from Ohio State, his rookie season in the National Football League. So, hey, when you have a shoulder history and something with the shoulder pops up, you worry a little bit. I think my worry was valid, but my worry has gone away. And any worry about off-season surgery went away as well. Stroud, hey, does having a shoulder history make it easier to deal with this when it pops up?
Yeah, it teaches you not to panic. It's part of the game. Just like how pitchers, they take relief weeks and nights off. The same thing for all throwing athletes. You just got to be precautionary, and those things are bound to happen. It's not about if, it's about when, and you're just doing the right things to come back. So I never thought too much of it. It's not that big of a deal, and I did not get surgery or anything like that. I was fine. So yeah, I'm fine. I'm not. It's not as bad as people are making it seem.
So it was a big deal that he wasn't throwing. It's now not a big deal because he's out there throwing. So woosah, relief, breathe deeply. Now no more holding your breath or worrying about CJ Stroud's shoulder. If you worried, you had valid worry, you had valid concern until he got on the field and looked like his old self. Well, that's exactly what he did in the first day of open minicamp for the Houston Texans. You know what he also did? Well, he found Jaden Higgins more than a few times. Man, the rookie wide receiver impressed again. Had a good start to OTAs, and then in this mini camp, he had the play of the day. Stroud uncorked one down the left side, and Higgins was streaking down the field. Kamari Lassiter right there with him. Lassiter, good coverage, great throw from CJ Stroud, and a one-handed snag from Higgins in the 7-on-7 rep against Kamari Lassiter. Came down with it, landed in bounds. It's a catch. The official was right there. It was the play of the day for me. Higgins also had this crazy contorting red zone catch when he and Stroud were just working on red zone throwing against air. It was kind of behind him from the route that he ran, so he jumped up in the air, turned, but his lower body didn't turn to the ball. He just kind of ripped the ball out of the air and came down with it, boop, boop, 2 feet in the end zone. Referees right there, boom, touchdown. It was really impressive too. Higgins had some wins over the middle, getting into the zone of the Texans defense as well. A lot to like about the first draft pick for the Houston Texans, the rookie out of Iowa State. No Jalen Knoll, he worked out on the side in this one, so plenty of opportunities for Jayden Higgins to impress. And outside of Nico Collins, he was the most impressive wide receiver today. I say outside of Nico Collins because, well, Nico Collins does things easily that are hard for a lot of quarterbacks. Remember that red zone contorting catch that Jayden Higgins had that I just talked about? Well, Nico Collins did it too, but it didn't look like it was hard for him to do it. He's a very, very good player when it comes to making extremely difficult things look easy. And Nico Collins came down with that one. There was one play. Stroud tried to hit him in the end zone in a red zone teams portion. And Tremont Smith made a great play. Full extension, bats the ball down. He was feeling it. Nico Collins wasn't feeling it. Okay. He wanted a little bit of revenge. So later on in the red zone teams period, Keaton Slovis at quarterback, he throws the best pass I've ever seen him throw. It's up in the air. He just lets Nico Collins go and get it. And Tremont Smith, he saw the ball and he was looking at it and it was right there. And then Nico Collins from behind Tremont Smith, whoop, his football, little revenge on Tremont Smith for Nico Collins. It was a great job by Nico Collins. Again, how often he makes hard stuff for guys of his size look easy is one of the most impressive things about Nico Collins. He is one cool customer out there, especially when Tremont Smith gives him the opportunity for revenge. Nico is nice and cool. It's nice and cool where I live because I got a brand new AC system from Platinum AC and Heating. I needed a full replacement. The unit on top of where I live and inside, and Dwayne from Platinum AC and Heating was the best. He told me, hey, go around, talk to some other people. I believe I've got the best price and the best service. And what do you know? It was fantastic. Super easy, super quick. All of the ways that I could go about fixing my air conditioning, Dwayne and I talked through it. He led me down all the different avenues that I had. Ultimately, we decided on a full replacement, and it was done lickety split. They even had a crane out here to put the new unit on top. Man, they were the best. Platinum AC and Heating, 5-star rated by the Better Business Bureau, 5-star service in my place, 5-star service in your place. And maybe you don't need a full replacement now. Maybe you don't need anything done now. Get the preventative maintenance going on your air conditioner as well. You need to service it just like you service your car. Platinum AC and Heating does it all, and they do it with the best service and the best prices in town. I highly recommend Dwayne from Platinum AC and Heating. So not all about the offense. The defense had some moments where they looked pretty darn good. Kamari Lassiter had a really nice pass breakup on Christian Kirk. He timed out the contact with Kirk perfectly. The offense looking for flags. The defense not getting the flag thrown on them. So he had a nice moment breaking one up against Christian Kirk. Jalen Smith had a nice play at one point, arriving at the same time as the ball to Irv Smith. He batted the ball away there. Kalen Bullock almost had an interception, dove for it. Just the pass was a little low. He couldn't quite scoop it up off the grass. And then what could I say about Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson having a picnic at the quarterback that I haven't said before? But they're going to give offensive linemen, offensive coordinators, and quarterbacks nightmares over the course of this season. There was a play in team reps where Daniil Hunter got past Ariante Ursary so fast that he was able to beat Will Anderson, who got past Blake Fisher, to the quarterback. They met there. Play was over, nothing to do. At one point, Hunter got past another offensive lineman and found himself with what I thought would have been a sack in the red zone. They let the play go, and Justin Watson cut a touchdown, but I thought Daniil Hunter got there for the sack. The pressure was constant from those two. Darrell Taylor had a nice tackle for a loss at one moment. Didn't see as much from the defensive tackles, but the ends were bringing some heat. Derek Barnett got in there, got past Ariante Ursary at one point to get in there and really put some heat on the quarterback. So it was a good day for the defense. They had plenty of moments that they could like and be proud of. And then in the red zone goal line period, they did most of the plays from the 10-yard line, some of them from the 5-yard line. Only 2 touchdowns allowed in the one play, gotta have it touchdown scenario. A bunch of throwaways from the quarterbacks to try to live another day. Couple of nice plays from the defense, including the Tremont Smith pass breakup that I mentioned. Only 2 touchdowns line. I'd put an asterisk next to one of them. D'Amico Ryans said touchdown, but I think he was just messing with Jake Hansen, who had identified the short dump to John Mechie and got there in time to stop him short. In fact, the official blew it short. D'Amico Ryans, with a smile, showed Jake Hansen the touchdown, but I think Hansen ultimately got there and would have tackled Mechie if it was a live situation. So I'll say 1 touchdown, and it was Nico Collins making a fantastic, incredible, amazing play. Good job by the defense. Now, I talked about the defensive line having some success against the offensive line, but the O-line had their moments. They had some success to talk about. Cam Robinson looked really good at left tackle a couple of different times. He held on in this 1 rep. Casey Toohill was giving him everything that he had. Robinson just kept backing up, had him locked in, and Toohill never got to the quarterback. Robinson held on just long enough. He also had a successful couple of reps against Dylan Horton over there at left tackle. Robinson got first crack at left tackle. Ursery got the second crack at it. Ursery played instead of Robinson next to Laken Tomlinson with the other supposed starters if they had to play a game in Jake Andrews, Titus Howard, and Blake Fisher. Ursery, Daniil Hunter, Derek Barnett, they gave the rookie a tough time. But he had some moments where he looked good. He locked up Toohill at one point, and D'Amico Ryans praised Ursery's footwork improvement and his ability to stay low as a big offensive lineman. Something to also watch for in training camp. If Trent Brown's not playing, and even if he is playing, he loves to go over there and talk to the tackles after reps. Of course, Trent Brown played under Cole Popovich's tutelage in New England. Nick Caley was there as well, so some familiarity with some of the elements of the offense for the big, and I mean big, veteran that is Trent Brown. So no practice for him, but he was imparting some wisdom. And I thought overall the O-line had a couple of moments where they created a pocket, allowed the quarterbacks to step up in the pocket, manage some things. And then the offense was tailored a couple times to have some quick answers so that the quarterbacks could get rid of the football. There were a couple of times where it looked like if the quarterbacks didn't have a quick decision and get rid of the football, they were going to get that heat and that pressure eventually getting to them, but they had answers to the problem right away, so they got rid of the football quickly. It was a good job by the quarterbacks and the offensive line more than a few times in this workout to get some protection there, even some longer developing plays, have the protection necessary, and then have the pocket for the quarterbacks to step up, make a quick decision with the football. Overall, a really impressive practice. CJ Stroud returned, Higgins with the good performance, and a couple of things to write home about the offense and the defense. 2 big thumbs up for the Minicamp open practice for the Texans. 1 more of those before the long summer break ahead of training camp. What say you? You like what you hear about Minicamp? Let me know in the comment section down below. Or if you have questions about the Minicamp, let me know in the comment section down below. I want you to be down there. Thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you have any air conditioner needs, Platinum AC and Heating is the way to go. They did my full air conditioner replacement here in my condo. They can take care of any of your AC needs, from repairs to service to a full replacement like what I got. Platinum AC and Heating is the best. Dwayne and his crew are the best in the business. I know from experience. And they got the best prices. Dwayne told me to look around. He was the best. And they're great. Platinum AC and Heating. Give them a call if you need them today. And if you don't need them, put them in your phone, because when you need an AC guy, you need the AC guy. And that's Dwayne at Platinum AC and Heating. Appreciate you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I can't wait till we talk Texans again soon.